Uh, it's a surprise for everyone, but thank you very much for having me. But yeah, it was kind of a thing. Asked Ed, and he called me, and we met a few times, and we had to work through some holes that to make this everything work. But yeah, it was definitely a surprise. Something I really wasn't going after. Wasn't really even thinking about. Kind of joked about at one point, but never wasn't a serious thing. And then, like I said, Carl kind of made it work, and here we are today. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility I had in my head, but I coached with the youth team, and still in high school, and so it's something that I do regularly, but definitely something that I didn't think was going to happen today. At 32 years old, but this opportunity came, and I'm running with it. It's a new challenge, and I'm excited, but it'll definitely be an adjustment, not being on the field and not being able to make those corrections as a player. Even though I see something, now I got to correct it through more communication with players than just, I'll figure this out. Everybody on the coach staff, David and Danny both played for the Blast, both played for the Heat. Gino and Lester and Dennison all played for the Heat, all played for the Blast. So it's definitely a unique thing. It's not that far away, I guess, so people can travel. They had a lot of injuries last year. I remember them playing against us one game, and I think they only had like 13 guys, 12 guys. Injuries kind of happen and kind of hit them bad at that point. But they definitely have a core group of guys. I'm going to try to bring in another group of players. That's for sure. And I just think they needed to get. Problem was they needed to get younger. They're a little on the older side. So fresh legs, fresh minds, and we're going to try to go that route for a little bit and develop the players. And I think with the core group they have, get some new guys in. Hopefully we can. There's an older player out there with some veteran leadership you're always looking forward to help you guide those players. But with those, with that group, young group, and an older player or two, you make a good group. And you can do some things. There hasn't been much talk there at all. I know the business, I'll say that, because of him doing it for so long, being the GM, president, and once with the coach, I got to see it. I was 12 when he started doing both. What was it, 12 to like 15. So I saw him firsthand. I was constantly a kid on the bench at practices, wherever I wanted to be, because I wanted to learn. And I think it's going to help me today. Like I said, I know the business. I know, how to talk to players as a teammate. Now can I communicate it as a coach? No player coach here. It's doable. I'm not saying it's not doable for guys to do it. I know I couldn't do it. And this is where, I always talk about the next stage of my life, and, after playing, and I know my body, I was trying to find a way to not ruin my body and not have it break down these next couple of years. If I would have played, I would have been fine, but not as. I would have been fine, but not at the potential I once was, and I would have been fine with that. But this is the next chapter. I'm going to start the next chapter, and coach. I'm just going to coach the team. Will not see number 9. I don't know who's number 9 on the team, but number 9 will be when some players back this year. That's for sure. Not Pat Healey. Yeah.
Do your
He's screaming right now, but my kids come to the game, so that's going to be a little adjustment. I've already had that conversation with my daughter last night. Like, we're not going to go to the Blast games anymore. There'll be some, but we're not going to go. And she just said, why? I'm like, well, we like the color purple, right? So that did help. It's our favorite color. So, purple and orange, actually a mixture of Baltimore with the Ravens and the Orioles. So it's going to hopefully work a little bit. But she loves going to the games. My son likes the songs.
all right.
The song that comes on, he cheers for it. But so he'll just find a new song to cheer about. That's all. To the Blast, fans, it was, like I said, it was a childhood dream come true. You said as a kid running around the field and being around, I always wanted to be a Blast player, and it was great. 10 years. There were some special moments, 5 championships, and I will always treasure those memories. But they made it worthwhile with being at the games, cheering loud. They made those championships happen. I said thank you for welcoming me at the first thing. They've shown tremendous support over the years. Trust me, I remember as a kid going up to the farm show just as a casual viewer when the Heat were playing the Spirit. So I was just a casual fan, and I remember those times going with my dad and my grandfather, and I had great times there. So I thank you for the support over the years. I remember when the place was packed, and we're gonna try to do that again. Have a historic franchise, and hopefully together with a new organization that's coming together, and the fans, we can together bridge that gap and do it again.